I don't know why I put that.
All right, YouTube. We have in front of us Jovad Cruz, local player from Evolution Gaming,
Local best player.
local best player, regarded as one of the most consistent players at Evolution, and he top 32 at YCS Kansas. So, Jovad, when did you start playing?
Actually, when the game first came out, I played, but I wasn't good. Just grabbed starter decks, played a little bit, but actually played a little more competitive in the first Glad format.
Okay. What motivated you to start playing in the first place?
It was actually my little brother. He played, and I just played with him, kind of so he had somebody to play with,
Okay.
and it was pretty fun.
All right. Well, we kind of already touched on the when did you start competitive play. Who would you consider to be influential people in your dueling career? I put that in quotes because that's so awkward to say.
I don't know, just a lot of people in the local were solid players, and I just looked at them kind of as a building block of what I needed to know to kind of get better. Because I hate to lose at anything, and after losing a lot, you learn to get better.
Okay, sounds good. And then currently, who do you look to for like ideas, or who do you listen to when it comes to ideas and deck building and whatnot?
Currently, usually I look at a lot of what Fraser Smith says because his insight into the game is really in depth. And then another person is George Orlando, who
Geraldo.
who's topped a lot of jumps this year and or last year. Just their reasoning for why they do what they do is really good in my opinion.
Legit. Okay, next is thoughts on the current format.
I don't really like it because it's Rabbit, and Rabbit takes very, very, very little skill.
Not even lying.
And it's just summon log, yeah, instant +1.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I don't know. I want plants back.
Them plants. Better or worse than the last format?
I definitely think it's worse. Pre-Order of Chaos was pretty solid. Even with Rabbit, because you have plans to combat Rabbit, but now it's just.
Mm-hmm. Is it fair to say that you think the way things are, Rabbit being the best deck of the current format?
Yeah, Rabbit's definitely the best deck because it's able to take down Wind Up and Insector, which are its supposed other contenders.
Which don't even compete.
In one man's opinion. But right. The next is favorite format of all time.
Definitely Teledad. It was a skillful format, and it was the format where I learned the most and did really well in.
Yeah, I remember that. Last is tips and suggestions for any upcoming players. What would you suggest for trying to get better?
Stop thinking that you know everything, and take lessons from people who are more experienced, and just learn from your mistakes and watching, because nobody makes the perfect play every time, and you just gotta learn from your mistakes that you do make.
Amen. And this is Jovad Cruz.